What is poppin', squad? It is your boy Jesimein, and welcome to another Division 2 build video. Today I'm gonna be showing you guys my PvP build, man. This is the one I've been using outside of my skill builds. If I'm gonna run DPS, this is the build I'm probably gonna run. You guys can already tell that there's not a lot of PvP options out there. Pretty much it's like a 1-2 punch with DPS builds or a Regulus build, but this is my build that I like running. It's super hard to get. It's probably the hardest build to make if you don't already have the pieces, so disclaimer for that. But hey, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm not gonna say it's anti-meta or meta. I'm just gonna say it is something that a lot of people don't necessarily run as much, and I think should run more because it's really good. So without further ado, let's get it. So first things first, we are running System Corruption build. This is the hardest gear set in the game to get because you gotta damn near PvP to get it. You gotta be able to extract this out, get into the Darkzone, the hardest part of the game in my opinion, with all the sweats. Depending what platform you're on, you know, it could be a little bit easier, a little bit harder, or depending what time that you play. If you can squeeze out one of these pieces onto that rope without rogues all looking for it or trying to get it, then you're good to go. But it is a 4-piece. The way I run it is kind of custom to the design of it. I do utilize the chest and the backpack. I know a lot of people just use the backpack and just use different kinds of chests, but I do definitely enjoy running the combo because I love the cooldown. So without further ado, let's get into the details. We are running the Kingbreaker. Now there's two ways to run this as far as guns, Kingbreaker or FAMAS. Both of them you definitely want to run flatline on. I don't have a flatline FAMAS, so that's the only reason why I'm not running one, but I probably would prefer that. But the Kingbreaker is super good if you can break that sub 100k damage. You can see mine, I've just expertise 5, so you don't really need to be too high expertise to break it. Mine, obviously, perfectly flatline comes with it. You want to run all flatline with this build. That's just because of the way the build is ran. Going down into the mask, I am opting for a Walker mask. I just want that raw weapon damage. I'm not going to be able to get as much crit out of the build the way I'm running it, so I'm going to try to just beef up the damage as much as possible, so that 5% weapon damage is definitely good for me. And you see I have everything rolled to weapon damage, crit damage, crit chance, crit damage. I'm trying to squeeze out the little crits I do get, just make them as optimal as possible, because I'm not going to get too many. The mods I have are going to be just crit damage. You can run whatever kind of mod you want, but just try to squeeze out as much damage as possible. Going down to my other gold piece before I get back into the gear set, I'm running the Picara's holster, the updated version. That's why I kind of waited to drop this, because I wanted to wait till they made this a nicer in-slot choice for weapons. So you can see you get that 15% weapon damage plus that armor, really good. And you get some skill haste. So in skill haste is important because you definitely don't have much when you're running a DPS build. So 10%, it's something, you know. But I'm more focused on the fact that I get to get a 170 armor and a weapon damage as well as an armor regen out of one piece of gear. That's definitely best in slot for the way I run this build. It's actually perfect for how I like my build. So going into the 4-piece, now it's just simple. You just roll armor regen on it. They already come with armor. Max out the armor, roll armor regen. This is the 1-2 combo you want on all your pieces. Pretty much just armor and armor regen, armor and armor regen. and my chest piece kind of sucks. Obviously, I would have armor regen right here, and I would be golden. The best ability in the game as far as a gear set for me is the multi-threaded execution. You can see for numerous reasons, it's unlimited med kit, so you don't have to worry about having to restock med kits. It has a cooldown that you can play around. That's why you get armor regen while your cooldown's going. You want to escape, get some of that armor back, because you don't have necessarily a real med kit heal. You just get that little burst % of armor when you pop it, and then you get the bonus armor that protects it. But most of the time that you're using this 4-piece, pretty much you want to do it when you start a fight. You just want to pop it and start just beaming. You get the extra damage, and for that 5 seconds, you're pretty much unkillable. And then as soon as it's down, you want to kind of regroup until you can get that cooldown back. But by the time it's down, if you are running the chest piece, it's really only 10 seconds, I believe. So you can see at the bottom, it's already back, because it does start the cooldown while your bonus armor is up. So 5 seconds of it is pretty much free. So you really only have to survive 10 seconds before you can pop it up again. Super good, and that's because of the chest piece drops it from 20 to 15 seconds. So that 5 that you get from just having the armor up is pretty much free, which leaves you 10-second cooldown for you before you can get this bonus armor back every single time. And it's super strong, bro. Reason is because obviously it's hard to shoot past this much armor. I'm at 1.7. I used to run the 2.1 million, but I didn't have enough damage. But now I'm kind of found my sweet spot where I have survivability and I'm able to put people down. But right here you can see replace armor kits with an infinite use ability on a 20-second cooldown that repairs 20% armor and grants 50% bonus armor and hides your nameplate for 5 seconds. So that's cool. You go invisible pretty much. As far as like your health and stuff, and it increases total weapon damage by 1% per 5% bonus armor gained up to 20%. So it's a free 20% proc. You can look at it as just like a vigilant, almost a vigilance proc while you have it up, which is when you're most dangerous, because obviously you're very hard to kill. You use that time to literally empty out your clip. So you can see as you shoot, by the time it's gone, that's at least one full clip. So you get one full clip of amplified 20% damage, and you're unkillable. You can use that to press your opponent's health down and get them into a healing position. And while you use that position, that's when you kind of press them down, and while you're armor regenerating at the same time. So that's why I like the combo. I am running Tactician for the sole purpose, just so I don't have to blow a pulse on my skills. So I'll use the link laser pointer to amplify that damage by an additional 20%. And another super cool thing is I'm able to open up with Defender, get that damage reduction, super good. The fact that you have that on top, you can kind of save your Defender for when you don't have your bonus armor up, and just have that on the infinite loop cycle, because you see the cooldown is 16 seconds. So obviously what you want to do is you want to pop the med kit, go into a fight, pressure them down. As soon as your bonus armor is gone, pop up that Defender, take that damage reduction. They might blow up your Defender or kill the Defender during that time, but by that time your bonus armor is still up for another 5 seconds, and you just keep on looping with Defender. And also, now this is going to be a controversial one. I do know the shrapnel trap is broke. It doesn't kill as OP right now with this setup I have. It's not like always instant one tap, like kind of the cheesy way to run it. It is still broken, but I don't use it for the kill factor on this build in particular. I do have a build that I dedicate to the kill factor. I'm not, everybody knows this, so if you watch my streams, I definitely troll with that. But with this build, I solely use this for the healing aspect, because you get armor on kill with this build. Every shrap trap or even shock trap, like honestly, like let's say you don't want to be called cheap, you can just switch it to a shock trap. Every shock trap that explodes, you get bonus armor. So it's pretty much your self-sustain. As you saw in like the intro clip, when there was a time where I was about to die, they ran through my shrap trap because they obviously want to push you and they want to finish you off. As it blows up, you do one dive, you're going to get your chunks of armor back, and it keeps going up as long as they stay in it. So definitely good. You essentially get 10 traps worth of heals. That's like 3 or 4 full armors if they pop up really good, especially if you're running, if you have the mop out, or even if you're switched to gunner and you're using gunner for extra 10%. So it's definitely useful. If you go to my stats, they aren't the prettiest. I 75% headshot damage, 74% crit damage, 21% crit chance. So you can see I don't have any crit chance. It's pretty much what was already given to me. Another important thing that's really good with this build is with the mods that I have on my chest piece. Granted, I don't have a god roll one, but you want a plus 10% pulse resistant mod, just to be able to abuse being 100% pulse resistant. So right now I'm over 100%. That's only because I don't have the optimal mod. But those people who have that 10%, you can get some free crit chance or some more damage on top of it. But you see, I'm at 107% pulse resistance. So Heartbreaker builds get nerfed instantly. They can't do anything to you, and you disappear in the wind. Even if you want to switch to a decoy instead of running the trap or instead of running the defender, and you want to kind of just disappear. This is the perfect build for that. You can hide your nameplate for 5 seconds with your thing. You can't be pulse. You're pretty much in the wind. Drop a decoy. They don't know where you go, and you're pretty much good. It's the ultimate rogue build, in my opinion, man. This is what I would look at as a rogue build. And also, obviously, you add Busy Little Bee to it, and you guys know what can happen. You can just add that damage. You become super dangerous, especially how the Kingbreaker scales, because it's so much damage by base. You get 1 or 2 Busy Little Bee shots, man, you get 40% damage on top of this Kingbreaker. You shoot somebody's skill in them, or even if you're fighting a team, bro, you get those stacks. The Kingbreaker is going to maul through any build. I just don't care. Like, you're gonna be eventually at 200% if you get max. You know what I'm saying? And now you're hitting with the Kingbreaker with a 650 RPM rifle. It almost feels like. So yeah, that's pretty much the build. Everybody has their preference on how they want to run it. If you guys want to run it the Jesimein style, this is how I'm going to be running it. And I'm enjoying it a lot. Obviously, I'm on the hunt for a better chess piece, but this is probably my favorite way to run System Corrupt if I want to really do damage. Obviously, those who've watched my stream saw my 2.1 million version, and that's also fun. But that's more reliant on the Busy Little Beast proc to even do any kind of damage. This can actually hold its own without even dropping Busy Little Bee. Even in the footage that you guys saw before this build video, I didn't even have one Busy Little Bee proc. I literally forgot because I'm in the middle of a fight. I could have easily stacked it and just did some tremendous damage. So that's pretty much it. And obviously people have to rush you down because they know you're eventually going to heal because of the regen. So they all play really good into each other. So that's pretty much it. I just want to drop this little baby banger for y'all, for you guys to know what I'll be running during this meta and these current patch with all the things that are broken. This is probably my go-to PvP set outside of my skill build. So that's pretty much it. Love y'all, appreciate y'all. If you guys have System Corrupt, let me know how you guys are running it, and let me know if you guys try this out and you like it. It's been real. Love y'all. Yeah, boy. Ease out.